So net neutrality was destroyed and repealed on the 14th of December 2017. Why did we allow that to happen? Anyway, I've been following the post-net neutrality repeal news quite closely ever since it was repealed, and there are three main points that I've managed to salvage from all my close following of this issue of the net neutrality repeal. Number one, through the Senate, introduced by Charlie Schumer, wants to use the Congressional Review Act, which gives the Congress and the House of Senate the power to overturn the Federal Communications Commission's vote to destroy and repeal net neutrality and to reinstall the Title II, which preserves and protects net neutrality. Number two, the New York Attorney General is going to be launching a multi-state lawsuit challenging the Federal Communications Commission's vote to destroy and repeal the only law which protects net neutrality. And number three, the net neutrality advocacy groups such as freepress.net and other net neutrality advocacy groups like these will be launching lawsuits to challenge the Federal Communications Commission for destroying and repealing the only law which protected net neutrality, in other words, internet freedom. So there is all this talk, this hype after the only law which protected net neutrality was repealed and destroyed. That is Title II of the Telecommunications Act, which was put by Obama during the Obama era. And so there is all this talk, but nobody is asking the million-dollar question. Do you want to know what that is? Yes. What is the official date when the net neutrality repeal will become legally in effect? What is the official date in black and white on paper? Not hearsay, but on paper. What is the official date? And I will answer. Your official date that you're looking at is the 16th of January 2018. Would you like to know the source of my information? So as step one, please visit the link that you see in the picture above. And then once on that page, you should see a heading titled FCC Federal Register Documents. And under that heading, you should see the 4 tabs of the page, of which the first tab starts with All, then Notice, then Propose Rule, and then Rule. Underneath the tab which says All, you should see a blue circle with a plus in the middle. This is a collapsible button. Click on the blue circle with the plus in the middle to uncollapse the column. Step 3. Once the blue circle with the plus in the middle uncollapses, scroll down the number of lists until you hit a title which is titled Accelerating Wireless Broadband Deployment by Removing Barriers to Infrastructure. This is the title of the net neutrality repeal. There is a blue circle with a plus in the middle just next to where it says Accelerating Wireless Broadband Deployment. This blue circle is also collapsible, so click on that blue circle to open up the section, and you should see what you see in the picture above below. And then focus on the place where it says Publication Date 2017-12-14, which is the day that net neutrality was repealed and destroyed. You should see in the picture above, it's written dates effective January 16, 2018.
And then right under that, it says, for more detailed information about this article, please visit the Federal Register, yada, yada, yada. And the link that you should visit, I've written it in red in the picture above. And click on that link. And what you will see is the picture that you see where it says dates for further information and whatever. And then it also talks about, it mentions a contact person that you can phone to know more information about this act.
Knowing the official date, which is the 16th of January 2018, will give us a time period of how much time we have to make a battle for the internet freedom. And to finish off, I would like to make two proposals. First of all, we need to educate ourselves on how to build our own internet, as they are doing in Detroit, in a small community, which you can call the Equitable Internet Initiative. I have put links on the video in the description, and they're building and producing their own internet and building their own internet infrastructure. Number two, we stage, before the end of this year, like maybe on the 28th of December, we stage the biggest online protest ever recorded in history, and we enter 2018 fighting to preserve internet freedom.
If you would like a more detailed explanation about exactly what the FCC does when they are putting a rule into effect, you can get that explanation in the link that I've provided above. It has a step-by-step explanation there. And I would like to leave you with this thought. I think that we need to really look into building our own internet and building our own internet infrastructure, as they are doing with this project in Detroit, the Equitable Internet Initiative, because they didn't even use a lot of money. They just use a system that uses routers, and they did the same thing in Cuba. To provide their own internet. The gamers just bought Ethernet cables, and they established what is called a mesh network. So these internet service providers seem to think that they're the end all for us to have our internet, but there are so many other solutions, and we need to just educate ourselves on these other solutions.